Good morning to you. Good morning to you. Good morning to you. Good morning to you. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to another Me First Mornings. I am your host and energy alchemist, Patricia Ribeiro Wolfson, and I am so happy to be here. I am here to motivate and inspire you to create a daily routine that helps you, number one, calibrate and elevate your energy, number two, connect with your inner guidance, and number three, navigate challenges with ease and grace. Yes, indeed, I am very excited to be here today for our beautiful Fun Friday today, where I will be pulling cards. Let me know if you can see me. Let me know if you can hear me. I was just getting a message that there might be some sort of issues. Let's see here. I don't know. We'll see. So let me know if you can or can't see me. Let me know if there is any issue, and I will try to correct it. In the meantime, it is great to be here. We are finally at Friday, the tail end of this intense week that, of course, saw the full moon and Mars behind the full moon. It was a powerful week. Good morning, Mom. Good morning. So let's get right into our morning routine so we can get ourselves grounded and centered, and then I can start pulling some cards and finding out what is it that we still need to tie up. What loose ends do we need to tie up? What things do we need to address still as we end this 2022 calendar year, as we put closure on anything that sort of happened through this year, lessons we've learned, experiences that we've had, and how can we put closure on that? And what do we need to do to be officially done with that as we enter into the new year? And so this isn't a, end of year reading, but it's time for us to start thinking about, okay, what things do I need to do? How can I wrap this year up in a beautiful little bow so that all of that old, stagnant, and stuck energy from the past stays there? I'm able to release it and then step forward into the new year with fresh, renewed energy, because that's what we want. Good morning. Bon dia, Clara. Good morning. Good morning, Carrie. Nice to see you guys. Okay, so let's start. Still coughing, but almost gone. All right, let's light our candle. Hello, Veronica. Hello. So glad that you're here. Okay, lighting our candle, using our essential oils. And as I said, what we're doing here with all of this, and I see stars, so I think some people want their cards read today. Okay, here we go. A little essential oil in the hair, because I like for it to smell nice. Yes. And so what we want to do with this, as I said yesterday, is my son's here and laughing at me right now because I did this. Yes, I'm sure he's watched 1,000 TikToks of people doing things that are dumber. But anyway. Okay, so here we go. The idea behind using the essential oils and the candle and this ritual and everything that we do is for us to have something to go to when we are stuck, when we are challenged, when we're feeling overwhelmed, right? You have to have things that you can go to. You have to have it's like a system that works for you, right? So we start with the candle and the essential oils, and then we go to our breath and our breathing. So let's do that together now. I like to use my crystals and hold on to them. These are, oh my goodness. These are clear quartz spheres. I like to hold them in my hand. Clear quartz is an amplifier, so I like to use it to amplify the experience, all right? I'm going to put my hands down. Just put your feet well planted on the ground, and I want you to feel the support of the earth. Literally, with your feet on the ground, I want you to feel that earth supporting you. I want you to feel that living earth, that creative energy that comes from the earth, that same energy that helps flowers bud through in the spring. I want you to feel that creation. I want you to feel that connection to the earth. And at the same time, I want you to open up the top of your head and I want you to imagine beautiful, clean, clear healing light coming into the top of your head, just like liquid sunshine pouring in through your head, permeating every single cell, filling your body, and just dissipating any stuck, stagnant, or dense energy. And when you breathe out, we're going to release any and all things that no longer serve us. That's the intention, okay? We're going to set the intention that this breath is going to be cleansing breath. This breath is going to be grounding breath. This breath is going to connect us to heaven and earth. Let's do that together. So we're going to take a deep breath in for 5 seconds, hold for 5, and then we're going to breathe out for 10, bringing calm and serenity into our day today. Okay, here we go. All right, now hold for 5. And release for 10. Ten's too long for me, I start coughing. Okay, let's do that again. One more time, take a deep breath in. Imagine that healing light is just breaking apart, dissipating any of that stuck, stagnant energy. Okay, here we go. And hold for 5. And release for 10. Every time I get down to that last breath, I'm coughing. All right, last one. Let's make it count and let's do this together. Ready? Deep breath in. And hold. And release. Okay, beautiful. Thank you so much for joining me. Now let's just do a little stretching. And what we want to do is we want to release any tension in our body. We want to release all of that stuck, stagnant energy that is stuck in our physical selves, right? In our muscles. We feel it all over in our neck, in our back, in our arms, wherever it is that you feel that stuckness or discomfort. Allow yourself to sort of stretch it out. Allow yourself to just loosen it up. That's the idea. And if you're feeling pain, remember, pay attention inside now. Pain is pay attention inside now. So figure out what it is that you can do to bring yourself relief and start with just breathing into the pain. So right anywhere you feel pain, I want you to breathe into it, sending love and light into that area and asking it to just heal itself, right? Ask your spiritual support team to help you heal and release any excess tension or discomfort as well. Good morning, Sarah. Welcome. Okay, so now we are going to say our little prayer. We're going to ask for our spiritual support team to come in and help us to embody our intentions for the day. Now, what are our intentions? I don't know. What are your intentions? The idea behind intentions is that we want to put forth the feeling, the emotion that we want to feel the most. How do you want to feel? Do you want to feel healthy today? Do you want to feel abundant today? Do you want to feel connected? What do you want to feel? Maybe you want some peace. Maybe you want some whatever it is, whatever you imagine for yourself. And if you're having a hard time figuring out what it is you want, maybe it's easier to figure out what it is that you no longer want, although we don't put the intention, the negative intention out there. But if you're like, for example, I'm exhausted, right? I'm just exhausted today. So perhaps you want to turn that intention into, I want to feel well rested. And so every decision that you make from this point onward, of course, is, and all your decisions today, hold on a second, please. Hello. Okay, I'm back. All right. So I want you to just think about what it is you want to embody today. This is the best way that you can do it. Is if something is not going right for you, then I want you to think of what would make it better. What is the feeling or intention that would make it better? If you're frustrated, then perhaps what you want is clarity, right? Or perhaps what you want is flow. So then every decision you make today has to be connected to creating flow or creating peace or creating what it is that you want. And so now we'll say a little prayer to our spiritual support team and ask them to support us in embodying those intentions for the day. And if you have your own prayer or your own spiritual or religious beliefs in a prayer that connects for you, then you can say that at this time. This is something that I wrote for the purpose of not just this show, but for my purposes. And so I share it with you. Okay, here we go. Divine Mother, Infinite Father, Creator, Archangels, Ascended Masters, Spirit Guides, Ancestors, and all beings of 100% pure white light, allow me to be a clear and open channel of your light and love without hesitation or ego. May the highest vibration of love and light connect with my higher self and release any and all things that no longer serve me. I ask that Saint Germain and his infinitely powerful violet flame burn away the things that no longer serve myself or humanity and hold us back from our divine existence. Help us to embody our intentions for the day and help us raise the collective vibration for the highest and greatest good of all. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So be it, and so it is. Okay, and that's it. That's it for our morning routine, which means it is time for Fun Friday. And it's time to pull some cards from our favorite deck, the Enchanted Map by Colette Baron-Reid. And I think this is a good map. It's a good map. Yes, it's a good map, but it's a good deck to pull from today. Excuse me. Because, so the intention that I had for the deck today is to ask, what is it that we need to know or release or let go of in order to tie up any loose ends of our lessons and experiences from 2022 so that we can step forward more fully and completely authentically aligned with our purpose into 2023. And so I may ask this question again before the end of the year. I think this is an important question. So anybody who is interested in having me pull them a card, and if you have a star if you have a star emoji in the comments, I will read a card for you. So Clara, I'll pull a card for you. Veronica, I'll pull a card for you too. I'm assuming the star is on purpose. If not, you get a card pulled anyway. And I hope you enjoy it. But I know that you don't mind. Hi, Sarah. Welcome. Veronica's sending you love too. All right. So let's see. Let's start with the first star that I got was from Clara. Clara, eu vou tirar uma carta para ti, tá bem? Clara is one of my viewers from Portugal. Not just a viewer, one of my oldest and dearest friends who lives in Portugal. But I will be doing the card reading in English because it comes a little bit easier for me in English. Spirit and I don't speak to each other in Portuguese anymore. I really should practice, but I haven't, I should just speak more Portuguese. All right, here we go. Claro, qual é que é o cartão que a gente vamos tirar para ti? Pois, vamos ver. All right. Boom, ba-doom. Claro, ainda estás aqui? Claro, are you still here? All right, here we go. Okay, Clara, your card is Strength. Okay, so here we go. Number 44, Strength. So what this tells me is that you have... Yes, you're here. Great. So I think that what this means for you and what I'm feeling from this is that you are always being strong. You are always being the strong one. And what happens to people who are always the strong one is that they end up taking a lot on their shoulders. And I know you well enough to know that you probably have your fair share of responsibilities on your shoulders. And very often people who, are the strongest people in your life or that you see, these are the people that carry the weight of responsibility. They carry the weight, but we're not talking physical weight, we're talking emotional weight. People who tend to show up as strong, or that you may identify as strong, and Clara, I think this is the case for you, is that you just hold too much. You don't want other people to suffer. You don't want other people to have to worry. And so you take their worries from them. You take their fears from them. You take over and help them because you want to help everyone, right? But I think that what this is telling me for you is it's time for you to allow yourself to be vulnerable, to stop trying to be the strong one for everyone. Because what happens is that when you pile up all of that, when you pile up all the responsibilities, yours and other people's, when you start taking people's pain away from them, and you try to resolve their problems for them, number one, you're taking the solution away from them, and that's important for their own development, their own well-being. It's important for people to kind of take care of their own stuff, even if they're struggling through it. But the other aspect is it's time for you to take a break. It's time for you to allow yourself to be taken care of. It's time for you to set up boundaries around yourself so that you no longer get taken advantage of. Now, people aren't necessarily taking advantage of you on purpose. It's just that you are making yourself available to help people and to fix things for people. And so it's very easy for people to say, yes, my God, I'd love your help. Oh, yes, please help me through this, right? But then you are not allowing yourself any time to take care of yourself. You are not directing that same love and care and compassion to yourself. And I think that that's something that you really need to do. So I want you to think about for the end of the year, para o restante deste ano, tu tens de tomar conta de ti própria, porque ninguém mais vai tomar conta de ti. Se não fores tu, ninguém vai tomar conta de ti. Mas se há essa oportunidade de alguém poder tomar conta de ti um bocadinho, para tu poderes relaxar um bocadinho, ou mesmo só ter um tempo só para ti, para tu teres um tempo onde tu sentes connected, right? Connected. Isto é o tempo para fazer isso. This is the time. This is the time for you to connect with your own passion and purpose, setting up the boundaries so that you can, yes, be available to help other people, but first and foremost, take care of yourself, okay? Toma conta de ti. Okay. I love you. Thank you. I hope that was helpful. Veronica, you are next. All right, Veronica, let's pull a card for you. And then Carrie, I see your star, so I will be pulling a card for you too. Sometimes on Fun Fridays, we run a little late, and that's okay. I will pull cards for whoever is still interested. And we're doing Veronica now. Oh, Clara, I love you. I really do. Thank you. Okay. Veronica, what is it? What loose ends do you need to tie? What do you need to take care of in order to fully release any lessons and experiences that maybe weren't so pleasant from this year? Oh my God, so many cards fell. Probably means a lot of things, but okay, we're gonna keep pulling them. All right. Boom, boom. Okay, Veronica, here we go. Ooh, I love this. Okay, Veronica, here you go. This is the card number 1. All right, can you see the 1? Can you see it? Can you see it? Yes, maybe. Okay, there we go. It's the number 1, and it's the Bone Collector card. Now, I love the Bone Collector card because the Bone Collector card is the number 1 card, right? It's the number 1 card, and what it really speaks to is about going back to brass tacks, right? Going back to the beginning, going back to your foundation. This is about stripping away all the things that no longer serve you, and that's appropriate because that's what we pulled this card for. So really, in order for you to figure out what loose ends you need to take care of. It's about taking stock. It's about taking stock about what's important to you right now. What things are essential for you to move forward in your life? What do you want to bring with you for the new year? What feelings, what intentions, which people, what situations are you bringing with you into the new year? And what are you ready to release and what are you ready to let go of, right? When you really start to think about these, the bone collector is really, I feel so strongly that this is like back to the beginning, back to basics. What do you absolutely need to have with you? And what can you cut out? Because anything that you don't cut out becomes extra weight on your journey. It becomes this extra baggage that you then have to deal with, right? Like if you're putting things in a bag and you're like, oh, I'll save this for later. If you know you're not going to need it for later, you should just leave it at home. Otherwise, you're carrying this bag with a ton of stuff that's really super heavy. And that happens to us emotionally as well. It happens to us emotionally, it happens to us mentally, and especially energetically, because we hold all of our thoughts, all of our beliefs, all of our fears. We hold all of them with us. And all of that creates this energetic stickiness. And so you want to clarify that energetic field for yourself by really intentionally eliminating the things that you don't want. Now, it's really hard sometimes to be like, I'm just going to eliminate this, right? That's why we say we are setting the intention. That's why we do the Me First Morning ritual every day. And we do it because the consistency and the practice is what's going to help you officially shed that excess energy, shed those things that don't serve you. It is by practicing, it is by intentionally setting that in motion and saying, you know what? I am no longer going to accept things that take up time and energy that I don't have, right? Or time and energy that's going to take me away from the things that are important to me. If you want to spend more quality time with your family, if you want to connect with friends, if you have career aspirations, then that should be your focus. Those things are your focus. And anything that takes you away from that focus, anything that does not positively contribute or impact that focus, which is that time with your family, that time with yourself, your personal growth, and maybe whatever career changes you may be interested in making, all of that. It's important for you to stay focused on that and then release anything that does not contribute positively to that shift, that change, so that you can enter the new year with this renewed sense of self and like a new plan, right? Where it's almost like, when you start a new job and I say starting a new job because that's what's coming to me, but it's any sort of phase, right? Where you go do something or you're going on vacation, right? And you want to buy like a whole new wardrobe because you're like, I just want to feel like a new person. You get rid of all the old stuff. You get rid of the old tops, the old pants. You're like, none of this serves me anymore. I don't want any of this. I want new stuff that represents who I am now. And so we're not doing that with clothes in this sense, but we are doing that with energy. We are doing that with people. We are doing that with experiences, because that's what you need in order to continue on this path of your personal evolution, of being able to get the things that you want and that you absolutely deserve. I hope that was helpful. All right. Next card. Carrie. And I'll pull for you next. And then if nobody else wants, I will wrap it up for today. If you have not already subscribed to my show, please go ahead and subscribe to my YouTube channel at Me First Mornings. Thank you. Ding that notification bell. And you can usually find me here Monday through Friday at 9:30 a.m. pulling cards, doing the Me First ritual, and sharing some of the stuff that I have learned along my own personal development journey. As a coach, as a communication expert, I like to share all of my expertise with you guys. And of course, if there's something you want me to specifically talk about or focus on, something I've touched on that you're like, can you expand more on this? Then please feel free to either drop me a comment or send me a message. I'm happy to approach some topics that you may need support with. So feel free to reach out to me anytime. All right, Carrie, here we go. What's the card we've got for you? What is it that you need to know in order for you to be able to let go and release any of the lessons or experiences from this past year so that you can move on. Ooh, I like this card for you, Carrie. Look at this, number 3. It is the Wizard of Awareness. The Wizard of Awareness. And this is like an observation card, right? I mean, it really is about you have, and I know some of this because I know you, although we haven't spoken in quite a while in person, but you have done the work. You have continued to do the work over and over and over again, the healing work, the work of personal evolution. And this is no different. And the Wizard of an Awareness specifically is also that it tells me that you can trust your instincts. And maybe you've been going through a journey, and part of the personal journey really is developing a relationship with yourself. It's becoming connected to your intuition. It is learning to trust yourself and your instincts. That's really what the personal journey is about, right? Is us developing a relationship with ourselves, developing a relationship with spirit, developing an open line of communication between our higher self and our human self, right? Our ego self, this part of us that lives on earth in this physical time and space and has to get up and go to work and take care of responsibilities. That self needs to have connection with the higher self that's connected to God and spirit, that knows what your passion and purpose is in life, that's keeping you connected to the impact that you are meant to create in the world. And now this, first of all, the card is number 3, which is amazing because the 3 is the Trinity. 3 is a powerful, powerful number in the universe, right? 3, 6, 9. And what this also tells me is that you are still at the beginning of your journey. And I know you've been through so much, and it doesn't feel like you're at the beginning of your journey, but you're at the beginning of this new journey, this new version of yourself. You have done so much shedding. You have done so much disconnecting from things that don't serve you, from past issues and traumas and connections to other parts of yourself. And it's not about rejecting parts of yourself. It's about growth and embodying the person that you want to become. And so you are doing that. And I really feel that 2023 for you is going to be a year where you're finally going to start seeing things unfold in a powerful way. And so what I would like you to do, and what this card is telling me, is that right now, continue to observe. Observe your reactions. Observe what is happening in your life. Observe what's coming up for you, because anything that's coming up for you, if it's a trigger, if it's a challenge, if it's a struggle, then those are things that you need to address head on in order for you to shift and transmute that energy to be supportive in the future, right? So observe what's coming up for you. Observe your reactions. And then this is a time where you can practice being who you want to be, putting into practice the Carrie that can handle it all, putting into practice the Carrie that already is abundant, already has everything laid out for her. This is that version of you that you are finally ready to step into in a powerful, powerful way. So the first thing, the most important thing, is for you to continue to observe, and not just observe what's coming up for you, but also observe how the universe is going to guide you in these next steps. Pay attention to the signs. Pay attention to the synchronicities. And you know inside when something clicks. You know when it's right. You know when it's time for you to take action. And until you get that clear message, just wait. Just observe. There's no need to rush. No matter how you feel about your life, no matter how quickly things feel like they are going, you have time. We all have time. We have time to become the people who we dream of being. And you have time to create that life that you deserve, that you've been working so hard for so long. Okay. That's it. If no one else would like a card pulled, then I am done for today. Feel free to reach out to me if you would like a personal session, if you want me to pull cards for you personally, if you want to go through some of the Me First formula, where I can help you establish a practice that works for you so that you can get through your own challenges, or so that you can build a beautiful relationship with yourself and your instincts, because that's so important for you to be able to move forward in this life, is to be very, very clear on who you are, on what you want, and that connection with your higher self is absolutely essential. So if you need any support in that way, then please feel free to send me a private message, drop a comment in the show, and just reach out. I'm happy to help you. And don't forget, once again, to please subscribe to my YouTube channel. Go to YouTube at Me First Mornings. And I will see you next week. Have a beautiful, blessed weekend. And don't forget, keep shining your light. See you later. Bye.